All right, we got a video question of the day that's been sent in. Let's see what's happening here.
Yeah, my name is Andrew Beach. I am from Waterford, Michigan, and we are a construction company called Independence Commercial Construction.
And how many team members do you have?
We have about 35. Our top revenue is about 10 to 11 million. My question for Dave would be, as the owner of, or the son of the owner, how do I take initiative and grow and become a leader? Right now, I'm not in a direct leadership position. How do I take initiative and grow and also not step on the toes of my teammates that I'm working around every day?
Yeah. Well, you're not going to be stepping on their toes if you do your work with excellence. We told the Ramsey kids growing up that if you're doing anything here, whether you're 13 years old, 23 years old, or 40 years old, you got to work twice as hard and be twice as good just to be respected at your job. So your first goal is be so excellent at your job and so diligent at your job that everyone around you goes, he's competent. Surprise, the boss's son's not an idiot. That's relieving to the team. It's good for them to know that. And so you go be the best version of you at your job, blow it up, and then once you're doing that and you get 110, 120% performance ranking on what you're doing and what they're asking you to take care of, then you can say, I want to take initiative. And I would go to your leader, whether that's your family or whether that's your boss that's between you and your family, and say, how can I take initiative? I'm performing at 120% here. Everybody's in agreement on that. I want to grow. I want to see how I can help, and how can I do that in a way that isn't offensive to the rest of the team or threatening to the rest of the team. The rest of the team is more threatened by nepotism, which the definition of that is a doofus that gets a job he's not entitled to just because he hit the DNA lottery. And that's what you want to avoid. You don't want that reputation. That's what the team's afraid of. They're not afraid of you stepping on their toes if you're better than them, if you're doing a great job. As a matter of fact, that gives them great comfort because they know the next guy coming in is not going to blow this thing up. And it's because you're carrying you're carrying your weight, you're carrying your part of the water. So, yeah, that's how I'm going at this. And first thing is you be excellent there. Then and only then would I raise my hand with whoever your immediate leader is and say, hey, I want to make sure I'm the best I can be so that I can prove myself to the rest of the team and to the customers to be able to move into the ownership role here someday. Help me do that. What do I need to do? And I would actually ask for a couple of the senior leaders to start mentoring you at breakfast. That's what we did with my son Daniel about 12 or 14 years ago. And he eventually became their boss. He's now the president of the company. And they still go to breakfast because they're still friends. They still love him. He still loves them. And they still pour into each other and believe in each other and hold each other accountable and so on, even though the roles have somewhat reversed over that decade plus. But that's the kind of thing you can do, is step into that. So very cool. It's a good question. Thanks for asking that. I love it. Very good.